Hello and welcome to this yoga quickie focused on fluidity. For today I'll be offering it without props, but know that you're always welcome to draw anything into the practice that you may find helpful, help you support, and move deeper into yourself. We'll start in Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. So sitting up tall on our sit bones, we'll take our soles of feet together, draw them really far away from your sit bones, knees drop wide. If this feels like too much for you, you're welcome to sit cross-legged or on your knees, wherever feels really comfortable so that you can ground down and connect into the breath. Hands can go wherever feels most comfortable on your body. Send the shoulders to step over the hips. Then find the base of your skull and see if you can lift that point of your head up and away from the seat. So lengthening through the neck. Subtle tuck of that chin. Maybe the eyes close. Draw the ears back to align with the shoulders. Come into the breath. Not trying to resist it, just noticing how it flows in and out of the body. And we'll be playing with this fluidity through our sequence today. Our body is mainly comprised of water, which in itself is a fluid, moving through our bodies, through our bloodstream, through our tissues, between the tissues, the interstitial fluid. And then we also have the breath flowing in and out, this natural cycle. We have our neural circuits receiving information, deciding how to act, and then acting through our muscles, through our glands, through our organs. Using the mat to tap into that intuitive rhythm. Trying to feel into ourselves as fluidly as we can. Inviting us to be more adaptable, more fluid, more willing to change as we meet ourselves, our environments, our communities, our relationships. Let's take an inhale together through the nose. Exhale, clearing through the mouth. Option to breathe in and out through the nose. Trying to control the breath, matching the length of each inhale and exhale. You can stay in neutral. Or on your next exhale, tuck the chin down towards the chest. Slight rounding through the neck. Inhale, draw the chin towards the left shoulder. Exhale down. Inhale, right shoulder. And flow here, moving as quickly or as slowly as feels good in your body. Remembering that my words are simply a guide to your practice and that you are the owner. So if anything feels discomforting, more so painful rather than just something you don't feel like working through, then know that you can modify and adjust. Re-inviting yourself to be the owner of your practice, of your body. Take one more full round, so you'll end with the chin on the right if you're moving with me through the neck. Draw the chin to center on an exhale. Inhale, restack through the neck. Interlace your fingers. If your legs are crossed, then switch the cross of your legs to feel the muscles on the other side. Squeeze the heels of the hands together and the outer edges. Find a hollow space between the palms. Then we'll draw the elbows wide and circle the wrists in one direction. and then circle them in the other. Trying to keep that breath even and steady, even if the wrists aren't moving identically with it. Just feeling into the wrist joints. Just keep switching the circles, or maybe it feels better to stay in one direction. And switch the cross of the fingers, take a few more circles. Nice, and then release the hands, place the hands alongside you. Take your right leg and draw the sole of the foot in towards the left thigh. Let the right leg rest down towards the floor. Bring the left sole of the foot onto the floor. Clasp your hands onto the shins, and then lean back onto your seat. Stay tall and open through the chest, and circle through the ankle. If it feels like too much to have that leg lifted, you can just move through the foot with the heel on the ground. And I'm moving 2 circles in one direction, then 2 circles the other, and then switching, but you can play into your body. Just trust that innate fluid movement that arises as you explore. Really curious and really sensational. Feeling what comes up as you move through the ankle joint. Drop the left foot down to the floor, release the hands. Bring right sole of foot to the floor, switch the legs. Switch the interlacing of the hands if you've remembered, otherwise just find your awkward interlacing and we'll find some circles on the right side. Try to keep that spine long as you root down through the seat, rising up through the head. And isolating that movement at the ankle. Take a couple more in both directions. Release the right foot down to the floor. So coming into a low squat, if this doesn't work for you, you can always draw up from your knees instead. Otherwise, bring the hands behind you. Release the hands out in front of you. Option 1, we can come up here if a low squat feels like a lot. Option 2, we stay low, point the toes out, and lean from one side to the other. So come up onto your toes, the heels come off the floor, and we feel into the hips and into the ankles. Tense up onto the fingers, stay really light there. Let all the weight be in the seat and in the pelvis. And see if you can let that breath stay fluid. And if we're up halfway, we can just rock from side to side. Try not to dump all of your weight forward. You may hear some sounds as the joints try to lubricate themselves. Little gas bubbles popping. Just making sure you're not feeling any pain. And then we'll find neutral. Turn the toes straight forward, send the sit bones up to sky, finding a forward fold. Feet can walk in a little bit closer. And bend the knees a lot, as much as you can. Bring the belly down to the thighs, let the head be heavy. We inhale, straighten through the legs, straighten through the back, find an L-shaped halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, bend the knees, sink forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Keep that same tuck of the chin, that long back of the neck. Hold in. Inhale. And find one more. Then we inhale, hold the half lift. Send the head away from the sit bones, engage through the core. So find your hip bones and squeeze them towards one another, about 10-15% effort. Good. Spread the collarbones away from one another. Inhale, long. Exhale, hold. Inhale, bend through the knees, slightly hinge through the hips, rise all the way up to stand. Exhale, release the hands down towards the heart. Take the feet really wide and point the toes slightly out. We inhale, sweep the hands out towards the side, open up through the chest. Exhale, round through the spine, send the butt back, draw the chin in. From here, inhale, hands sweep up to sky, chest lifts, maybe gaze looks up. Exhale, hands draw back down through midline, keeping them out in front of you. Inhale, lift up to straighten, sweep the left hand back as though you were making a rainbow with the arm. Open up into a twist. Exhale, draw that hand in the reverse direction, straight forward. Inhale, right hand sweeps up and back, opening up into the twist. Exhale, release it forward. Inhale, come all the way up. As you exhale, turn your toes inward, slightly release all the way down to the ground. Plant the right fingertips underneath the forehead. Inhale, sweep the left hand up, finding a folded twist. Exhale, left fingers replace the right. Inhale, right hand lifts. Maybe the gaze follows the right fingers. Exhale, release the hand down. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, send the head away from the seat. Exhale, fold in. Bend through the knees. Inhale, sweep the arms wide. Rise all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands through the heart. And we'll find that same sequence one more time. Inhale, open up. Through the chest, spread the palms wide, facing forward. Exhale, draw the palms together as you round through the chest. Tuck the chin in, look down. Inhale, hands sweep up to sky. Look up, open through the chest. And toes can point slightly out. Exhale, hands draw back, down, shoulder height, round through the spine. Then we inhale, straighten up through the spine, sweep that left hand all the way back, that big arc. As we open up, keep the hip bones facing forward. Exhale, hand draws forward. So try to make those transitions really fluid in the body. Inhale, open up, sweep back. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, reach all the way up to sky. Turn the toes to face in. We exhale, melt our way down to the floor. Hands through the hips, solid core. Release right fingers down to the floor. Inhale, left hand sweep up. Maybe gaze looks up. Exhale, left hand releases down. Inhale, right hand sweeps up. Exhale, right hand comes down. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Come all the way to the tip of your middle finger. Exhale, sigh it out. Bend the knees a lot. Inhale, rise up to stand. And exhale, hands through the heart. Then release the hands onto your hips. We'll pivot the right foot so that it faces the short edge of your mat. Pivot the left foot as we come into a warrior two. So I'm at about a 70-degree angle with my left foot, but angles are different on everyone, so find something that feels really comfortable. And then draw that right knee out towards the right pinky toe. Look down, make sure you can see that big toe, if not the other couple toes beside it. Keep that knee stacking over the ankle. Then we inhale, open the hands wide. keeping them in a T in line with the shoulders. Settle in here. Your next inhale, turn the palms to face up. Feel the shoulders roll down slightly. Exhale, palms turn down. Gaze can look over the front middle finger. Inhale, palms turn up. Exhale, palms turn down. Keep them down. Keep those shoulders drawing down. This time, stay as you are with the legs. Inhale, right arm reaches forward. Left arm resists. So fingers move in opposite directions. Exhale, we take it back. So we lean as far back through that left arm as we can. Stay stable and steady through the legs. Keep pressing through outer edge of the left foot as you lean forward. Then exhale, reach back. And take one more forward. Then stay sturdy in the legs. This time as we inhale, we turn right palm face up. Left palm reaches down to our thigh. Exalted warrior. Inhale. Exhale, bend through right elbow. Draw right elbow to right thigh. Sweep left hand overhead. Palm faces down. Inhale, reverse. Exalted warrior. Stay strong and stable through those legs. Now you can always drop that back knee down if this feels like too much. Exhale, extended side angle. And take one more. Inhale, maybe you look up at that crease on the back of the elbow. And exhale, extended side angle. This time as we reach back and up, we straighten through the front leg, exalted triangle. Then keep that front leg straight. As we exhale, just draw the hands to shoulder height. Swivel that right sit bone towards the left inner thigh. Draw the right hip back, left hip forward. We inhale, lift up tall. Exhale, hold here. And then inhale, lean forward with the right hand. Exhale, lean back. So very similar as we did in Warrior Two. And now we're prepping for triangle pose. Exhale, lean back. And then this time as we lean forward, we stay forward. Lean as far forward as you can. And then just tilt and pour the hand from here. Open up through the chest. Focus more on the opening through the heart center rather than dumping down into that leg. If it feels like too much for the left shoulder, you can always draw the back of the left hand down onto your low back. And you can use the right hand to press into the shin into the hand. Find that counteraction, or we float that hand about an inch or so off of our leg to integrate through the core. And squeeze the inner thighs together. Soften through the toes. See if you can lift up all 5 toes on the right foot. Keep grounding down through the big toe mound though, so no, we're not coming up onto the heel. And then feel into the breath. Notice if you're meeting resistance, can you try to find that fluidity instead? Perhaps the gaze looks up and over the left shoulder or to the hands if the hands are floating. Stay here for 2 to 3 more breaths. And then next, inhale. We reach that arm back up, bend into the knee. Exhale, lower into our Warrior Two. Inhale, straighten through the leg, reach the palms overhead, touch the palms together as we pivot that right foot. Exhale, hands through heart center. Bring our hands onto our hips. And we turn the left feet forward. We bend into Warrior Two on the opposite side. So find that foundation through the legs. Press through the outer edge of that right foot. Finding whatever angle is comfortable, but ideally you want your toes pointing slightly forward. Draw that left knee out towards the left. Check in with that left big toe, making sure you can see it. And then the hands come out shoulder height. We inhale, lift up through the top of the head, hug the low ribs in, engaging through the core. Draw that left hip back, right hip forward. And then looking over the left middle finger, if it feels comfortable for the neck, on an inhale, palms turn up. Feel the shoulders drop, exhale, release the palms down. Take one more. Exhale down. Then we play with the flow of the hands as we inhale, that left hand goes as far forward as it can. Exhale, reach back through the right hand and flow here. Stay strong in the legs. Try not to move them. Try to let the movement come through the torso. Keep pressing that left knee out. Good. And then we'll reach all the way back. Stay bent in the knees. Sweep the left hand overhead. Inhale. As we exhale, bend through the left elbow. Sweep the right arm overhead. Palm faces down. Extended side angle. Inhale. Exalted warrior. And exhale. Extended side angle. Got one more. You've got this. The quads may be feeling the heat, but see if you can breathe through that. That's energy flowing through you. Nice and fluid. And confidence as you move through any discomfort in your body. This time as we inhale, we straighten through that leg, reach back, exalted triangle. And then exhale, keep that front leg straight, hands come to shoulder height. Prepping for triangle. Pivot and rotate that left hip towards the back. So send the left sit bone towards the right inner thigh. Press down through the outer edge of the right foot. We inhale, lean ourselves forward, and exhale, release back. And inhale forward. Try not to grip through the left toes. Exhale back. This time we lean to stay. So lean as far forward as you can. And then just where you reach the maximum, you release the hands down. So notice that my upper body doesn't try to dump down into that leg. We're not worried about where the left hand goes. We're focusing more on the opening through the right shoulder. If it feels like too much through that shoulder, hand can draw onto the low back. And the left hand can support on the shin or the thigh, or a block if you have a block, or it can float an inch or so ahead of the leg so that you really feel that core engagement. See if you can keep pressing the right shoulder blade against an imaginary wall, keeping that shoulder away from the ear. And then hold here, find your breath. Notice if the mind is racing. Can we let those thoughts flow fluidly through our little movie screen? Not clasping onto anything, latching onto anything. I made a new word, clatching. Breathe. And 3 more breaths. You've got this. And then the right arm sweeps up overhead if it was resting. We inhale and exhale, bend into warrior 2. Inhale, hands straighten overhead, pivot the foot. Exhale, turn the toes slightly in, fold all the way down to the floor. Walk the hands over to the right. And then over to the left. Then take the hands back to center. Turn the heels in, toes out. We heel toe our way into a squat. If that doesn't work for you, just find a comfortable way to meet us down on the floor. And then release the right leg long. Take the left sole of the foot onto the ground. We'll wrap the right arm around the shin of the left foot. Press down through the right heel, point the toes to stack directly on top. And then left arm reaches straight forward in line or parallel to the right leg. We inhale here. We exhale, open back. Left palm faces out to the left. Inhale forward. So similar little rainbow arcs that we did at the beginning of class. Inhale, open up. Exhale, draw forward. And take one more. Open up, this time hold at the back. Let the fingertips release down to the floor, coming into a seated twist. Inhale, root down through the seat, rise up through the top of the head. Exhale, rotate through the upper body. Try keeping the hips nice and grounded and square. See if you can draw that left shoulder blade back. Bringing through the spine. Stay fluid in the breath. And then gaze looks towards the right foot. We release the right hand behind us. Take the left hand a little more out to the side, straighten through the left leg, wiggle it out, and then switch the feet. So this time, right leg draws in. Find the left arm wrapping around the right leg. We inhale, take the right hand forward. So notice that my spine is nice and long. Press down through that left heel. We inhale to open. Maybe gaze follows the thumb. And exhale, all to center. Inhale, sweep it back. Exhale. Inhale back. This time we stay back, release the right fingertips down. Lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, open into your twist. Keep the weight in the pelvis rather than dumping through the right arm. And I'm keeping my gaze neutral, but you can always look over the shoulder. Back to that evenness between each inhale and exhale. Feeling into their transitions. Gaze turns towards the left foot. Unravel the left hand, the left arm, and lengthen through both legs. Shake it out. Bring soles of the feet to the ground to support you as you lower your way onto your back. Then draw the knees in towards the chest. Hands can clasp onto the shins or onto the kneecaps themselves. And spine circles, massaging through the low back. You can take the circles wide, you can make them little, you can move the knees in opposite directions or the same, trusting in your own intuition. Just finding something that feels really fluid, really comfortable, Also like a release in your body. Making sure you switch directions. Maybe you notice the pulsing in your body. You feel that energy flowing through. Once you feel even, you arrive in your Shavasana. Know that you're practicing at home, so if there's anything else your body needs, you can always press pause and I'll be here waiting for you to transition. Walking the shoulder blades closer towards the midline so that heart space feels really open, palms face up alongside you. Feet spread really wide. And dropping into your mat. Finding this fluid transition from movement and activity to a state of nothingness. Really seeing how long it takes your body to drop in. Noticing if you're meeting resistance through tension in the body, physical tension of the muscles or other tissues, or resistance of the mind. Maybe you have 5 voices trying to take you in many different directions. How can you transition yourself into this present moment? And most of us could use a little more fluidity, more adaptability and willingness to change, willingness to compromise, willingness to listen and receive. But we do so in a way that also nourishes us, a way that allows us to stay strong and stay grounded in our own foundations, so that when we move through resistance, we're not just doing it passively, but proactively. We're still standing for whatever it is we believe. We're doing our best to feed ourselves and support ourselves, while also showing up, being receptive to, and accommodating others. And then know that you can stay here, dropping in for as long as you need to. But before I tune out and let you sit with yourselves, we'll take a full breath in together through the nose, sending gratitude to ourselves for showing up on our mat and spending this brief amount of time tuning inward. Exhale, sending appreciation and gratitude to everyone else who has shared in this practice. Inhale to invite that intention of fluidity into our lives, off of this mat, into the everyday. This is not only a practice to tune out, but it's a practice to tune in. It's a practice of community. And with that, I thank you so much. And stay rested and keep learning. Until next time. Thank you. These videos are made through love and hard work. Your contributions allow me to keep sharing new content with you. If you're able to give back financially, please click the Make a Donation button on the homepage of this channel. You're also welcome to subscribe to stay up to date on the latest video offerings. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Don't be Kona!